Today, I just wanted to come on here and just share an update of what I'm learning and like just profound things. So that's something that interests you, stick around. So, truly life lessons that one of the reasons why I want to even do this and come on here and share stuff with you guys is because of energy. Energy is my main focus right now. Is this energy aligned? There's just so many different things. Everything is energy. And I just have felt so stuck. I have gotten better with boundaries because I could see the energy in that. Always been able to feel the energy in that. But no one teaches anything like this. You feel gross, grew up feeling gross, and you had no way you couldn't change that. That's why I talk a lot about generational trauma. I have a playlist that I'll right there for you. One of my goals for this channel is to be a beacon that the universe, whatever you want to call it, will bring the people that need my message. The message is not my message, the message that they need to hear when they need to hear it. And that's exactly what happened to me lately. Last night, I had never watched this YouTuber before. I'm going to link her channel here. Never heard of her before, never listened to her before. But last night, I was trying to do something on my phone. It probably was YouTube related, and I couldn't get her off. She was on I just wanted to play. So I'm like, well, I'm going to sit and listen to this because obviously there's something on this I'm supposed to listen to. And her energy is mesmerizing, absolutely mesmerizing to me. So I hope that in some way that besides her being mesmerizing, the message is aligning with where I'm at. And I've done a lot of things on being stuck lately, and all those things worked. All the things I've been sharing to get unstuck or to at least be aware of being stuck have been working, but there was another level. There was another level that I just couldn't get to. I'm not saying I got there, but what I am saying is I feel like I have new tools now to try something different. One of the things that I'm bouncing back and forth right now, because I'm not the guru, I'm just a person living life and wanting to share some tools that I found, and I don't necessarily know how to use them yet. So join me in learning new tools. So one of the things that I know Mel Robbins talks about, let them theory, and I think it's a great theory and I use it a lot. And then I hear other people talking about letting stuff go. I've done that too, and it does help. My unfavorite, I understand why people say stop thinking about it or you're overthinking it or all those things. I get the reason why good intentioned people say that. However, when you've grown up with generational trauma and are basically, some people may not like that I'm going to say this, are addicted to thinking negative things, we'll even go there, are just not positive things. That's hard. Not only could it be a layer of addiction, it's the fact you haven't exercised. I don't want to say that you don't have good memories or you don't have the good things, because we do. Just human functioning and just the world around us, it's so much easier. Our brains want to attach to the negative. I just wanted to just ponder. I've heard everybody write down 10 good things or whatever. And those things are true. What they're saying is true. I have this belief that there's just, it applies more than just this. Our brains can only absorb so much information at one point. So much information. So for example, I went to this finance conference once, and they were talking about how there's, I don't know, a finance company everywhere. I think they used the analogy of Merrill Lynch or something. And I'm like, I've never seen Merrill Lynch anywhere. What are you talking about? At the time, when I came back home, there was a Merrill Lynch building across the street from where I worked. No joke. Our brains just cannot absorb that. It's just so much bombarding us every single day that our brains filter out so much. So on that premise, if my brain is so focused and so tuned to the negative, well, obviously I'm not going to see the positive. I'm not going to see the abundance. If I've been trained and marinated and all those things for so long, having somebody come on YouTube or give me a course and tell me, well, now today, write down the 10 things that you're most thankful for. It's going to be a struggle. And then I'm not going to want to do it. I feel bad because I can't think of the 10 things. And there's no tools beyond that. I did 90 days. I have a 90-day, I'll link it below. Oh no, it's my 90-day challenge. So I have the link to the Pinterest board below. And then I did do a video, which is right there. You can do that. Those are all great things. Those all things got me here. All the different tools work at different times. But I'm convinced if our brains aren't ready, if we haven't gotten our energy, our frequency, whatever you want to call it, to that next level, we can't see it or hear it. That's why I will always love my dad. He can't see anything above where he's at. And that breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Because he can have such a beautiful life that he's not capable of seeing above it. So right now, I have the awareness and I've done the practice. So back to my level of awareness. So that's the key thing, is awareness. So I've been aware of the fact that the only reason why my frequency is lower than I would like it to be is I have to eliminate. Aaron Doughty talks about it. Your frequency was going to, is not magically, but it automatically goes to the highest level. Everything that we're weighing it down. So by eliminating more stuff, we get to go up. That's how at least I understand his analogy of it. And awareness to me is what's been keeping me down. So I'm aware of all these things, but I don't have the tools to take more stuff off. Like I took a lot of stuff off. So I've been raising my vibration, but I've noticed that I keep getting similar things and I don't want those similar things. So obviously there's something in my frequency that is still keeping me there. So I've been trying to deconstruct the idea of all the thinking. And I like how Lauren, that I mentioned before, talks about it, the thinking as things. I think maybe that's what was the missing piece, that I have all these negative things. I've had the practice of thinking negative things. I've had the practice of dwelling on just things. I've had that practice. That muscle is super easy. That one works real good. But the accepting and holding on and looking for the positives is very weak. I might see it. I might acknowledge it. I've gotten a lot better at that. But holding on and knowing what to do with it. I thought of that when I was driving over here, is that I've met, everybody's at a different spot in their life. So there's no judgment, but I've met many men that I don't want to say incapable, but they don't know what to do with love. They don't know what to do with love. They just don't know what to do with it. I'm sure women do too. So if you have all of this, and it's not necessarily energy. I watched this one lady who I think is amazing. Hope with Holly, she's amazing. But there's some of her videos I can't watch because she just has so much energy and I can't get there yet. Like right now, my body can't absorb all of that. But I can absorb the negative. That I'm used to. That is familiar. So what I've noticed is that, and when I was driving too, I was thinking about the fact that the positive to some people, including me, might feel so foreign and uncomfortable that we don't know what to do with it either. Some of it I know what to do with, but some of it I don't. Some of it I've gotten a lot better at. So the other thing I've been toying with is happiness, pleasure, and positive. We'll go with that. I think you could put joy in there too. When you lived in survival mode your whole life, when you've been living around perfectionists, those aren't things that you think about. Those aren't things. Like she was saying, thoughts are things. My brain doesn't know, back to my Merrill Lynch example, my brain doesn't know, I should rephrase that. My brain is very weak on scanning for the positive. And then when I do see it, what do I do with it? I think that's where the gurus and everybody that's recommending write down 10 things that you're grateful for the day or whatever. I like Lauren's suggestion on that she does it the next day so she remembers. I don't know. I don't really think it matters. I think what matters is that it works in your flow. I've tried to do it in the morning. I've tried to do it at night. I've tried to do it that and the other. And 10 things to somebody who is scanning for the negative is a lot. What about one? So today I'm going to share with you my one. I love scrapbooking and I haven't done that in forever. That's my best therapy, I think, ever. And writing down words in notebooks, I have so many notebooks. I love notebooks. I can never find a notebook. I write stuff down and then I find it later and I read it later. But pictures are different. Pictures invoke feelings. Pictures take you back. Women everywhere know what I'm talking about when I show you the hair tie thingy. A hair tie thingy is like, I could do a video on the hair tie thingy. But when you want one, you can't find one. When you find one, you find 5. And when you clean, you find them all. So I've had to put some in my purse. So when I go to a massage, they're not yoinking on my hair. I have a very sensitive scalp. I don't like, so that very rarely do they have any. So today I was in the bathroom at the massage place and here's the picture. They finally, I didn't complain or anything. I just always thought I had one that gave me a hair tie. So I thought it was genius that they have an abundance of hair ties in the bathroom. So that's where I got this one. So I'm excited. I'm thrilled. And that's what I'm talking about. Defining happiness, defining pleasure, defining all these things, defining the highest of that. That's what I was toying with this morning. The highest of that. I love my children. I understand what that feels like. That there have been good moments in different relationships, we're going to call it that I can draw on. But the highest of that, see, I guess maybe some of you can relate to this. I don't find pleasure in food. Food usually makes me sick. I have to eat a specific way so I don't get sick. I mean, for the love of Pete, I have a hard time with garlic half the time. I'm on this garlic kick right now. But anyway, I digress. I don't like feeling bloated. But anyway, what I have found is that things that give me this childlike feeling, random hair ties in the bathroom at the massage place, bring me joy. Going out to eat brings a lot of people joy. It does not bring me joy. It brings me anxiety and panic, especially where I live. There is not a lot of restaurants that I can eat at here. So that's just something I don't want to have to navigate. I've figured out that when that time is right, that I'm supposed to socialize that way, I will live in a place where I can eat socially and it not be a thing. But right now, hair ties are making me happy. An abundance of hair ties. I've had a hair tie issue lately. I've had a hair tie shortage. Anyway, so I've had the thought so that goes back to the thought thing. I've had the thought, I wish that they would I had the thought, never said it out loud. I wish that they would just supply some at the massage place or the random places, and did. So that's going to be my one thing today. I think if the one thing becomes easy, then do the 2. Maybe the end goal is to get to 10 and stop at 10. But when somebody tells you and gives you a sheet that says do 10, then the recovering perfectionist in my head goes, well, it's going to take me a while to think of all that. I don't want it to be another burden. That's the other thing I was thinking about today too, is turning them all around. Turning all these negative things around. I have to do this lymphatic massage, almost every morning. And I always thought of it as one more thing to do. But now that I'm getting so close to being done with school, I can actually breathe and sleep. So this morning, I'm like, well, I get to do this lymphatic massage. I get to do this lymphatic massage so that I don't get cancer. So I'm excited. That is a blessing. That could be number 2. But I want to find things that I can take a picture of. And I think that's going to help me store up more of the positive so I can go to the positive instead of being so easily swayed to seeing the negative. Tell me what you think. What are you going to do? Are you going to write a list of 1? You're going to write a list of 5? You're going to take a picture with me? Have happy planners that you can take pictures and they fit in the big old calendars. Some people can do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both. I have put them in my happy planner before, and my happy planner's only in my bedroom. And I got notebooks everywhere. So I think it would be fun to randomly find a picture in a notebook. So I might do both. What are you going to do? Are you going to do pictures? Are you going to do an album? What are you going to do? Post below what you're going to do. See you later.